All right, guys, it's your boy Shades and Trades here. Let's talk about March 3rd. There is going to be a live Ask Me Anything session with both of those fireside chats. So I'm going to be watching that, and I'm going to be submitting my questions. As you can see, I'm going to submit my questions under Eternal Rest, and then my fake Gmail deathestis@gmail.com, and then I'll ask questions like, "Oh, are you gay? Do you like dick?" I'm joking, guys. Just to be clear, I'm just messing around. Obviously, I'm not gonna actually. I will submit a question. Definitely, I am interested in asking one specific question regarding the reverse split because that's important. I do not want to get reverse split on. Remember, guys, I'm in this already at 003 and 0035. I do not want to hold this if it's going to reverse split. So I'm going to have to ask that. I'm going to do some research and then ask about the reverse split. And hopefully it gets answered because that's important to me. I'm not a long. I'm here to flip it for 230, 300% because it literally ran from 002 to 006. So we know it can make those kinds of moves. And I'm here to capture those kinds of moves. Some of you are in it for longer and you want 1,000, 10,000. I get it. You want 10,000%. So just keep in mind different mindsets here. Just before some of you go crazy, because some people just lose their minds, like, oh, you should be holding it long term. No, I'll ride up the hype, like Nvidia's hype and SoundHound's hype and any AI related stock that gets hype. I'll be there, but I'm not gonna invest in it. I'll swing trade it for a month or two, maybe five, like I did with Riot stock, but that's a Bitcoin miner. That's a whole nother story. But anyways, different mentality between long and someone like me who's just looking to swing trade it. Wanted to get that out there, but I still, as a swing trader, because I'm buying and holding it, I don't. Why am I looking down here? The camera's up here. I'm still looking to buy and hold it for 3 to 6 to 8 months because you can tell by looking at the chart. Let me zoom in on the chart here. Hopefully you like the new setup. But if we zoom in on the chart, it takes forever. It can take months before it has a run up, months before a run up, months before a run up. So I literally have to sit on it for quite a while. And my biggest concern is, and some people have asked about this, my biggest concern is getting caught in the reverse split because who knows if they'll do it or not. I've heard many stories of people saying like it might reverse split to go to QB or QT. Yeah, QB. I think it's called QB. I'm not sure. Or maybe they want to go to NASDAQ or whatever, New York Stock Exchange, whatever it may be. I just don't want to be caught in that reverse split. Maybe you're fine with it, but I'm not. I'd rather take the loss, get out, and then get back in depending on what happens after the reverse split. Obviously, I think that's just a smarter play, in my opinion, as a swing trader. As a long, you probably don't care. You just want to buy it as cheap as possible and then, make a lot of money over the long term. And I get that. But that's the biggest question I'm going to be asking is about the reverse split. Hopefully it gets answered. There might be, look, I'm going to say this right now. If during that Q&A, if the OTC if Steve Reinhardt says something bullish that gets people excited or hype during that Q&A, because it's on a Sunday going into Monday, we might get a move. So that's just something to think about. I'm not saying it's going to move. It could. Again, it depends on what the CEO says. All the CEO has to say share buyback and some other kind of like Eyelist. If Eyelist says, "Hey, we're making a bunch of acquisitions and we're doing this, that, and the other," Eyelist had a pretty huge run not too long ago, and nothing's happened really. All they did was say, "Hey, there's a lot coming up." So if something like that happens with AITX on a Sunday, Steve Reinhardt says something really bullish, we could see a run up on Monday. We could see some kind of pop. So if you think that might happen, wouldn't be a bad idea to buy down here. Anyways, again, how much cheaper can this really get? I mean, really, triple zeros. Ooh, so scared. I'm also going to ask about authorized shares and the share structure. I think that those are like the biggest questions I have. So I'm going to do some research and prepare for that. Um, Again, that's going to be on a Sunday in March. So still got a long way to go, and you got plenty of time to submit your questions. But I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm here for the next one. that is it for the video. As always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I know some of you are like, wait, didn't you used to be a hater? Yeah, I like I said, I hated it. I hated it here in this dead zone. I call it the dead zone. Like I don't want to buy in the middle of a training range. That's just not my style. I like buying cheap. I'm sure you guys do too. I mean, Riot, another perfect example of a stock that if we look at the weekly, look at that. I'm just going to show you an example here. This is the bottom down here, and this is the top. The worst place to buy would be at the top. The second worst place would be in the middle here somewhere. Where you really want to buy is down here when it's cheap. And that's my strategy. Have been swing trading Riot from $10 to 15 for a while now. As you can see, it keeps doing that. So why wouldn't I buy at $10 again? When it comes down to $10, I will buy it $10, swing it for another 50%, and rinse and repeat. I mean, why not if it's going to continue to do this? That's the strat. Nothing like I don't do any insane like, hey guys, the MACD and the volume and the Emmas. Like I don't really use that. I don't even use volume, and people tout volume like it's the most incredible thing ever. I don't. I is it at the bottom? Okay, cool. I'm buying. I mean, are hot dogs $1? I'm buying. If hot dogs are $10 a piece, I'll wait for it to become $1. You guys get the point. That is it for the video. I've been rambling for too long. I'll see you guys in the next one.